Alrighty, I'm back. We are an hour and 17 minutes into this thing. And I'm getting antsy and anxious, and it's bringing up memories of my grandfather's passing from pretty much the whole entire spectrum of cancer. This is extremely hard for me to get through. I mean, at this point, part of me wants to switch gears to click on something happy and entertaining and awesome and exciting. But at the same time, this is important. This experience needs to happen because I have not yet fully mourned the passing of my grandfather. And I think that in part by doing a live reaction video to That Dragon Cancer, regardless of who's doing the let's play of it, in some way this will help me through it. That final push that'll get me to get me to fully accept this. And in all honesty, I am terrified of pressing that play button. I am so damn scared of it. Because it's this wall of doubt, of a flood of memories, of this constant nagging reminder that every single human being on the face of this planet, young or old, male or female, has the cancer gene in their DNA, either active or inactive. So, I'm going to get through this. I'm going to get through this. I'm going to get through this. Okay. Come on, buddy. You can do it. Kanpai. Oh, aren't you freaky?
Watching for that glory, I want to stand trembling in awe before God and His power. Not sure that this thing that we've asked for is something we can quite manage, but trying anyway. Death is the given, but the life that is possible now for Joel, the miracle that could come now that death is so close, is something worth pursuing, worth risking everything to see with my own eyes.
Yeah, because it's an interesting perspective to see it from like an outsider looking at what she's experiencing, and she is so sure that this is the right action, and who am I to say that it's not? Like I said, everyone deals with it in their own way, but also at the same time clinging so hard to hope can make you blind to everything else and also the people around you. And I'm not here to say one's wrong or the other. Like I definitely want to emphasize that idea that who knows, but at the same time, like, she's so sure of her faith and what she's feeling in there, while at the same time the father here is drowning, and maybe he needs help, you know, maybe he needs help, and her constant assurances at the same time not helping him. Whoa, I'm not pointing in the right direction. Here we go. That's correct. Yeah. But best not to let yourself drown. Oh. Okay. Yeah. You know, I said I wasn't going to talk about it, but I think it's probably just best that I do. It seems like he's stuck.
He wants to help him up so bad. He wants
you're
to.
Almost there.
He wants the father to go up for air
now.
to, you know, not drown, but.
Yeah. I mean, I made it out. I probably made it out to seem like it was some considerably dark story and it was bad, but no. The story of when I first found out about my dad having cancer, it really, there's not a lot to it. It's more of a perspective thing of what I was talking about. Like, no two people respond to it the same way, but at the same time, mine was probably very typical because like my dad and my stepmom, they sat me down at a table. And
dude, Mark, you have to let him feel the despair. That's the only way.
I don't know. I believe
progress.
Wendy's. And I was just sitting there eating, and then they sat me down to have a very serious conversation. And
you have to.
Like, what it was just, they told me the news, and at first, like, it didn't even register. You know, it didn't. It was like, oh, okay. They might as well have told me the weather. You know, it was one of those things. And I remember just sitting there, and it wasn't even like a conscious thing. It wasn't even like I processed it. It wasn't even like I calculated it. It wasn't like I thought about it at all. Like, what they said to me went in, I went, okay. And then I sat there for a few minutes. And then all of a sudden, I wasn't thinking, I wasn't feeling anything. All of a sudden, like the full weight of it just hit me. It wasn't something that I actually comprehended. It was just the fact that, like, the weight of what that meant hit me, and I just started crying, like, harder than I've ever cried. Just suddenly, I couldn't stop, and it was so weird because just the news. And like, this is just, like, I'm just saying this because, you know, I wanted to get this out in the open. There's nothing special to this story. It's a story that a lot of people have heard before, and obviously it doesn't, like, I'm not going through as much pain as my dad was, probably, or definitely. It's just, I don't know. It's a perspective thing, and I know what this wants me to do. I was just pausing there so I could tell that story. I don't know. Yeah. For some reason, I wanted him to swim downwards. Because this is what I meant when I said I wanted to take the appropriate time playing this game, because I knew it was going to take me back to a lot of things and to a lot of places and a lot of journeys.
Sunset looks pretty from here. The orange glow cast on the wall, better than the muted colors of this hospital. I wonder why they choose blues and greens. They, the ones who choose the colors that heal. Green for life.
I'm so uncomfortable. But I'm gonna do this.
For comfort. Purple stripes to hide the stains. This chair is too small. It sticks to my skin.
I've gotta do this.
Final.
Well, better get up then.
Blue. Purple. The ocean, maybe? No, I don't know. The ocean. Silent. Warm. And salty. Like tears.
These are a lot of jumps to make.
Stop crying. Don't blame him. He's miserable. I hate that right now. I hate that he's sick. Just want to feel better.
I guess there's no playing the game again. Okay.
It's okay, Joey. Don't throw your head, buddy. Don't. Here we go. Bouncing around. Do you like that? Oh, I love your giggle. Bounce around. Is that funny? A bounce. A bounce. A bounce, bounce, bounce. Oh, he won't stop crying.
Oh no.
I wonder if he's hungry.
Did I do it? Oh, food. That was quick. Wow. Back to the vinyl.
He's screaming louder. Buddy, don't you want juice? He hits the box. Here, let me catch him. He drinks it greedily. Big, deep gulps. Okay, Jolie, that's enough. Breathe, kiddo. And he does. And I wipe his face of snot, and tears, and juice. And then he vomits. And I catch it. I always catch it. I know you're thirsty, buddy, but you throw it up. Don't grab too hard. You'll squirt all the juice out. Here, let me have it.
I mean,
This room. Didn't used to. For a moment, it was an adventure. I was cast as the compassionate and caring father. holed up with his fragile son in a small cleft in the rocks. The storm raging, waves ripping at the sharp black rocks below, and enveloped in my arms, he feels safe, and I am holding him firmly, trying not to slip. Because if you hold tight enough, nothing will take him. Right?
Oh man, because that's another thing about the battle with cancer. Like, that is another thing. It's not just one day. It's not an event. It's not the start or the end of it. There's weeks, months, and years involved with it. There's an entire timeline of just living with this weight.
Late, Joel. Lay down. I can't hold you. I can't make you feel better. Okay, buddy, okay. I'll hold you. Oh, Joel Bug, you look so miserable. No! Don't hit your head on the bars, Joel. Joel! I know you're mad. Please stop. Please. Stop. I shake. I weep. I pray. I plead. I need
Yeah, that's the thing. It's years of struggle sometimes.
There's a story in the Bible where Jesus and his disciples are on a boat. A furious storm hits the scene, and everyone thinks they're gonna die. Where do you think Jesus is? Rowing alongside them. He's asleep in the back of the boat. So his disciples are freaking out and wake him up, and they say, "Don't you care if we drown?" So Jesus gets up. He says to the storm, "Quiet. Be still. Listen to what's completely calm." Then he asks his disciples why they are so scared, and if they have any faith at all. Like he was frustrated with them. Because even though Jesus said, "Let's go to the other side of the lake," his disciples thought he was going to just let them die.
About 2.5 hours, Dad.
Oh. Well, it's 10 a.m. now, so that means you guys can grab one more item from your road trip, Dad. I mean, it's my turn to be the king.
I'm assuming they went to California to try to pursue another form of treatment, which is, when you're told that, there's nothing else to be done, parents aren't going to take that. Like, you always pursue something like that. Because when...
But more than that, if he does die, will Jesus even care? Will he weep for him as he did for Lazarus? Will he weep for me? I think greater than my fear of death is that of insignificance. Rather, my default assumption is that my thoughts and passions and loves and the stuff of my being are insignificant. How could the creator of all that is and ever was love my son as he did Lazarus? And could my soul stranded on this blue raft awash in a sea of stars, ice, and dust matter enough to him to turn his hand in mercy? Wept for Lazarus. 5 minutes later, he raised Lazarus from the dead.
I'll wrap up my thoughts at the end of this. I have a funny feeling it's getting closer to maybe not the end of the game, but the end of this section in the game. I'm not sure. I mean, I have a lot of thoughts on this because of my personal experience through it, but that doesn't mean that I know the right answers.
I'm sorry. I should have known we both ended up in the same place. He always did. Just scares me every time. I just really believe he'll be healed. I know you believe too, just when you act like that, I get all like that.
I don't know that.
What do you mean?
Just hope.
Oh God.
Yeah, I wish I had more thoughts right now. I really do.